Welcome to the California Kindergarten Conference Pre-Conference Institute. In this video clip, you are going to see some of the marvelous, wonderful workshops that we have at our Pre-Conference Institute on the weekend of Martin Luther King annually in Santa Clara, California.
Now, because I'm a responsive classroom teacher, that is an approach to learning that comes out of the Northeast Foundation. I'll give you some more information about that later. And it's an approach that combines building social skills with rigorous academics. What a concept. And you know how that is. If you don't have management, you have nothing. There's no learning without order, which is the only quote I use for Maria Montessori. So there it is. But it's the truth, isn't it? So we're going to do it. And every day, responsive classroom, we start our day with morning meeting. And it's not really like the Glasser Circle. It's not like any of the other morning meetings. It has its own basic things. But the most important part is the greeting. So we're going to do that, as I always do with my workshops. So let's scoot our chairs a little bit together. We'll leave a couple openings so that we have some people. I don't know how many people. Okay. Now the idea about morning meetings is that everybody gets greeted by name every day. Can you imagine? I wasn't very good at greeting you and calling you by name this morning, as I'm a little frazzly, but I intended to. And when is it that we do that? We don't. And to say your name, you know, when we hear our name said in the nicest possible way, with love and tenderness, it is magic to our ears. And in fact, we even have a visceral change in our body. So if you're used to be somebody saying, Michael, all the time, when somebody says, Michael, they say, what? Because they're not used to that, don't you know? So when somebody says their name to us in a kind of loving way, I mean, it's just wonderful. And so we want to try and do that. You know, we want to hear it. There are some things that we want to hear in our life, and one of them is our name said that way. And the other one is, I love you. I'll always love you. I will always be there for you. Kids want to hear it. Husbands want to hear it. Boyfriends, girlfriends, children. Everybody wants to hear that. So you can make that possible and say, try and find one time during the day when Michael can hear his name like that. Or in my case, Jennifer! Okay, so here's how we do greeting. You have to teach everything, and I'm going to teach you how to teach procedures and stuff to make things work well in your classroom. And so now I'm going to teach you how to shake hands. Would you help me? I don't presume that the children know how to shake hands. Who taught you to shake hands? Do you know? Can you remember when you learned to shake hands? Anybody? Who taught you? Who do you think teaches somebody? If you ask the children, and I want you to ask them. Their grandfathers. Really? It's the truth. I always ask if we how do you know? Who knows how to treat a handshake? And the kids raise their hands. Who taught? And the kids who really know, their grandfathers. Isn't that fabulous? More than anybody else. Their grandfathers. Okay, so I presume, to stand up with me, I have to presume that you don't know how. So I'm going to teach you how to handshake my way, Kathy, my daughter's name. You can spell properly. And so here's the deal. I teach everything and I say to them my way. Because if I taught you how to do it my way, then I can be mad at you if you don't do it. Because this is my kingdom. I say to the children, you know what? This is my kingdom. I'm the big boss. It's the only place in the whole world where I'm the big boss of it all. I love this. This is my classroom, and I'm going to teach you how to do it my way. But if you don't teach them how to do it, then it's not fair to be mad at them, is it? It's not fair. Okay, so if they're not sitting properly or they're not lined up properly, if you didn't take the time to teach them, then it's your fault. Okay, so here's the way I want to shake hands. We're going to put our hands together. Not too hard, not too soft, okay? Let's pretend there's a marshmallow in there. What happens if we do squeeze too tight? And what happens if we don't squeeze enough? It's going to fall out. That's it. So not too hard, not too soft. Okay? Now we're going to look at each other and give each other our best face. Okay? I used to say smile. But then one day a kid said to me, teacher, I just can't smile today. I said, okay. He said, this is the best face I can give you. Is that great or what? Is that just so profound? I said, oh, okay. And so I I stopped saying smile. We're going to give you our best fist. And then I'm going to say start, and I'm going to say hello to you, and then you're going to say hello back to me. Good morning, Kathy. Good morning. Easy? And so there it is. Now, if you say, let's just shake hands and say hello. Can you see? You have to teach everyone. Okay, so now somebody's going to tell me and say, well, but in some cultures they don't look at each other. That's right, but this is this culture, and this is where we live. And the idea for people to come here is to be part of this culture, right? So as long as we're not asking something that's terribly offensive or racist or sexist or blah, 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 I think that this is a good thing. Because in this culture, we look at each other when we shake hands, right? We do that. So there it is. Okay, so Kathy, I want you to shake hands with Dora, okay?